So here it is, how to check the IP address. How to check the IP address. You can check the IP address using a ipconfig command or ipconfig space /all command. Or you can check the IP address. You can get to know what is your IP address by going to control panel, network and sharing center, change adapter settings. There you can go to status details. You will find it. Can we see the recording in YouTube page of Latif Shaik? Yes, already uploaded one video. See, this is already uploaded here. Okay, so N2 means your batch. Okay, N2 means your batch. So this is the first video. Okay, most possible I will share it. If I don't share it also, you can check it. Maximum same day after immediate class I will share it. Okay, so if possible, otherwise by night. Oh, why so many messages? CMD stands for command. CMD stands for command. Okay, command prompt, CMD. Okay, so to check this IP address, you can use the command prompt. Okay. Commands. So you can go to command prompt. Either you go to run and CMD. Type CMD. It will open your command prompt. Okay. If you don't know how to go to run, which is very simple, press Windows button and R. Simultaneously press Windows and press R. That's it. Or you can go to search and type CMD, open command prompt. But you have to habituate it in both the ways. So how to open with the run commands are there, no? Better to open with the run, so then you will habituate to open with runs. Okay. So what is the command I told? ipconfig. First command is ipconfig. So here it is where I given a command. So first of all, this is the command ipconfig. It is showing from like this. Guess I have a multiple adapters. Most of them are virtual adapters. Okay. This is my virtual box. Application is there. That virtual box hosts only network adapter part. This local area network like this. So I know, so that's why I am. Which one is this? My VMware applications that also having a network adapter. Okay, this is also VMware. So this is my Wi-Fi adapter. Wireless LAN adapter name is Wi-Fi. So what is my IP address? 192.168.1.29. This is my PC IP address. Subnet mask 255.255.255.0. Default gateway 192.168.1.1. Okay. Okay. So here it is. IP address, subnet mask, default gateway. Only three things we will get it. Understand, in ipconfig, we will get a, for my adapter, I am getting IP address, subnet mask, and default gateway. My Wi-Fi IP address is the three things. I'm going to a little bit, here it is. This is a VMnet1, also having an IP address like this. IP address, subnet mask, default gateway. Why I told that one, I will tell. What is my command? ipconfig. I said another command is there, right? So ipconfig all. ipconfig all. Before going to that, First command is ipconfig. So I'm getting my adapter. So it is, I didn't put that heading like what is my adapter part. Otherwise I will put it no problem. Okay guys, their names, these names will be changed from one system to another system. Okay, depends upon your adapter name. Because I know what is my adapter name because UI mod I have seen already. Okay, so that's it. Okay. The next one is ipconfig all. ipconfig space / all. Very big data it is. So where I put a command ipconfig space / all. It is showing a host name and other adapters information. I want only one, two. First one is my Wi-Fi only. Same adapter. Okay. So first of all, it is showing description. It's a description about my Wi-Fi adapter. It is a laptop, right? It is a built-in adapter. It is manufactured by Qualcomm. Snapdragon, Qualcomm Snapdragon mobile processor, same company, Qualcomm. So this, they put a name for this adapter is Atheros. It is some name and wireless network adapter. Okay. And it is also giving physical address. What is this physical address? It's a MAC address. IP address is a logical address. MAC address is a physical address. I have adapter, right? So this is my adapter. On this adapter, this MAC address, physical address will be there, which is given by this manufacturer only. Okay, so this address is given by manufacturer of adapter. So I didn't given this one. I didn't get automatically. It is the manufacturer is, while it is manufactured this adapter, he put that number on it. That is a physical address, which is cannot be changed. You change the network, you went to some other place or you connected to different networks. Your IP address can be changeable, but physical address cannot change. The physical address also called as a MAC address. So you are getting your physical address, and you got IP address, subnet mask, default gateway, DHCP server address, DNS server address also you are getting. And additionally, like lease obtained and lease expiry also you are getting. Lease obtained and lease expiry also you are getting. So first of all, I will copy all these things. And which command I use? ipconfig / all. Yeah, this is that does not have any suffix kind of stuff. We'll reduce the text size. This is link local IP address. It is a common IP address if IPv6 is enabled. Yeah, this is also not required for our purpose. Okay, guys. So physical address.
So what is lease obtained and lease expired?
I will tell that one. This time changing my this appearance. That's why small changing. So MAC address, right? So I understand MAC address we are getting. Yeah, lease obtained and lease expiry I will explain, guys. If you see here, it is very good. DHCP enabled. Yes, means what? So you'll see. I have a computer, laptop, or a desktop, or a mobile phone, or a tablet. I have a computer. I have a system. Either it can be a mobile phone or can be a tablet or a laptop or a desktop. To communicate in the network, we need a IP address. Okay, so we need a address. Of course, you need a connectivity. You need a connectivity is required. Okay, something like where somewhere you have to connect, physical connectivity or a Wi-Fi connectivity, whatsoever it is, connectivity is required. So my mobile is connected to Wi-Fi, but my laptop is connected to my Wi-Fi router only. Connectivity is required. Connectivity first. First is connectivity. Next one is, when we are talking to someone, what happened? That is good. Okay. When we are talking to someone, right? Like addressing, or you want to write a letter, you're post a letter, you're sending a email, So what we are required, we need a to address, right? And from address. To whom you are sending, that to address is required, and required from address. What is from address? Your address is from address. To address means to whom you are sending, that address is to address, right? This is from address. First of all, you should have a from address. You should have a from address. Either you are writing a letter, you are posting something, or maybe you are sending a email. Without having a from address, you can't send a mail, right? So you should have a from address, your email ID. You are calling to someone with a phone number, right? But you should have a phone number, right? You should have a phone number. Then only you can call to others. Same way, this is a IP address. To communicate in the network, every PC, every device, either it can be a mobile phone or it can be a TV, smart TVs are came nowadays. It can be a laptop or a desktop or a tablet. It can be anything. To communicate in the network, it need an IP address. But how this IP address will come to here? Someone has to configure this IP address. For example, I can manually configure IP address. I can configure IP address manually. So I can go to my laptop and I can give an IP address because I know the IP address kind of stuff. I have a desktop, I give a IP address. Manually, I can able to give IP address. For my mobile phone, can I give IP address? It is, I don't know which option are there. Not much easy, right? For example, my father is using a smartphone. My mother is using a smartphone. I can teach to my father easily, but my mother I have to configure. Okay. So how to configure IP address? That is a secondary word. So it's like you have a multiple devices. It's very difficult to configure. You have a different type of devices that is also difficult to configure. Laptop, desktop, normal part, but take it as a smart TV, smart LEDs, smart LED bulbs also there, right? Your mobile phone, tablets, Echo, Alexa, Echo Dot, Google Nest Home. These are all works based on your network, internet only. You have to configure IP address, but you cannot configure it. It's very difficult to configure it. Or maybe there is no choice. Smart printers all there, Wi-Fi printers also came. So what I'm doing is, I need a something like name is DHCP server. I need a DHCP server. What is this DHCP server? DHCP server is assign an IP address to the client devices. It is assign an IP address. It configures IP address client. So you can use both the words, assign an IP address to the devices automatically, or it is configures client devices automatically. Why I use a device word instead of computer or a system? Because laptop is a computer, okay, or a system. We can say like you can take a normal computer is a computer, right? But mobile phone, TVs, those are not computers, right? So when you hear the system means we think it is a computer. That's why you use a device word sometimes. Okay. So DHCP, Dynamic Host Configuration Protocol. Configuration protocol. So what it is? It's a dynamically or automatically assign an IP address to the client PCs. For example, my laptop got an IP address from DHCP server. My mobile phone got an IP address from DHCP server. My TV, smart TV is there in this room, so it got an IP address from DHCP server. You may get a doubt, sir, do you have a separate DHCP server? But in my home, I don't have any DHCP servers are not there. Okay, I don't have any DHCP servers are not there. Of course, if you have a Wi-Fi router in your home, you have a DHCP server. You have your Wi-Fi router. For internet, we put a Wi-Fi routers, right? This Wi-Fi router is act like a DHCP server. So there is a small program inside your Wi-Fi router internally. Okay, so whenever a user is connected to your Wi-Fi, okay, you have to give your Wi-Fi username and password. So once you are getting connected, your Wi-Fi router will give you a IP address. Wi-Fi router will give you a IP address. You don't need to purchase any separate DHCP server or configure DHCP server is not required. Your Wi-Fi router is act like a DHCP server. What is the advantages are there? Multiple devices are there. So it's difficult to assign an IP address. So what is the use of DHCP? DHCP give IP address to multiple devices, multiple type of devices also. I have 10 computers, I will get an IP address. I have a mobile phone, tablet, TV, LED and all kind of stuff, printer. All our Wi-Fi router will give you IP address. Okay, the DHCP server will give you an IP address. So you need to configure manually. So next, some people don't know how to give an IP address, right? So we are using a lot of people are using a mobile phone, Wi-Fi network kind of stuff. They don't know how to give an IP address inside, but how they are getting from their Wi-Fi routers, 4G networks. Okay, if you are using 4G data, your mobile 4G towers are there. Internally, there are servers are there, so that they will give an IP address to your mobile phone. Okay, either IPv4 or IPv6, that's the secondary part, but you will get an IP address. If you connect it to a Wi-Fi router, you'll get IP address. You went to your friend's home, or you went to an office, or you went to a different location. Okay, your connected network in that location. You are connected there. Your friend's Wi-Fi you are connected. Your IP address will be changed automatically. It means it's a dynamic. It means whenever you change the network, your IP address is also changed automatically. Okay, it depends upon the network only, but automatically you will get an IP address. So you don't need to think what IP address I have to assign every time. Okay, you are getting an IP address from DHCP server automatically. Okay, your DHCP server is nothing but your Wi-Fi router act like a DHCP server. DHCP enabled yes, meaning is you are getting an IP address from DHCP server. You are enabled DHCP, like I want IP address automatically, obtain IP address automatically. You are not manual, you are a automatic type. So you are getting an IP address. Okay, that's what it is showing like this: IP address, subnet mask, and you got a default gateway. Commonly we have seen. Of course, DNS server address. And what is this DHCP server? The DHCP server address, DHCP servers address. Who is giving this IP address? Who is giving this IP address? This particular server, DHCP server, is giving you IP address. Okay, so there, what is this? Lease obtained and lease expiry. As I said, it is a dynamic or an automatic IP address. It's a dynamic or an automatic IP address. In that context, like in a dynamic or automatic IP addresses, few things are there. One is like this. Okay, try like this. Sorry, somewhere I went. No, I'm here on. So here you got an IP address. You got a IP address. In DHCP server, note down your IP address. What is your IP address and your device name? Okay, and like that, it will note down all the IP addresses in their DHCP server. To whom I given IP addresses, I note down. Maybe after a few days, maybe next day. Okay, for example, your friend came to your home. Like every day, some people will come, like your friends, family, friends, and all. So what they will ask, I ask a Wi-Fi password. They connect a Wi-Fi. Okay, so they got a IP address. So that will be noted down here. So this guy got an IP address and used a network for some time. He left home, never returns. So this IP in the list is stick to this particular person only. Okay, to avoid this stickiness, you put a leased period. Means when user got an IP address, first when this user got an IP address. Here it is, I got IP address on 18th September. Lease uptime. When I got IP address on 18th September. When it is going to be expire. Actually, it should be expire by 20th only. It's a only 2 days period, but it is got extended because I'm continuously using. For example, I didn't use my laptop for 3 days. So what happened? Lease will be expired. So for example, this is 27th September, right? 27th September. Before this period, I'm using currently today is the 26th. Automatically, it will be renew. It will be renew automatically next after a few hours. It will be renew. For example, now I closed it. I didn't use for next that particular time is completed. It will be removed from the list. I may get a different IP address. Okay, like so. Original story. I think you are now out of mind. So now following guys, lease uptime means when you got a IP address from DHCP server, and there is a period of time is there. Means, for example, you got a 4 hours of period, only 4 hours. For easy explanation, I'm giving 4 hours. Okay, morning 10 o'clock. Today morning 10 o'clock, you got an IP address. 4 hours means 11, 12, 13, 14, right? 14 is a expiry. Lease duration is 4 hours. So it will be expire at 4 o'clock. It will be expire at 4 o'clock. Sorry, 2 o'clock, 14:00. In generally, there is a 50% duration is there. At 12 o'clock, a renew process will occur and it will extend another 4 hours. At 12 o'clock, a renew process generally happens, it extends. Then it is become a 1600. Now the lease expiry is this one. Lease uptime, lease expiry. Now it is extended and the lease expiry become 1600. Lease expiry become 1600. So it purely depends upon the lease duration. This lease duration keep extended. So based on the client to server connectivity. Client and server are connected, so continuously working. Okay, so this lease duration will be extended. So you can use these IP addresses till this time. Okay, so like that it will keep extended based on the router and client. Okay, so if you don't get it, guys, lease duration, lease uptime, do not worry. That is again maybe you can try my any old DHCP classes, then you can get it. Okay, just I'm trying to convey the answer. Very simple. How much is lease duration? Every 50% of the lease duration, it will renew, means it extend the lease expiry. If you don't renew, expiry completed, in a DHCP server, your IP address details will be removed. So you connected next time, so you may get a new IP or old IP, whatever it's available IP, you will get it. Okay, it is not always same. Again, guys, ipconfig all command. So what you are getting in ipconfig all command, of course, hostname you are getting in the adapter. You are specifically are getting your adapter description, your MAC address, IP address, subnet mask, default gateway plus DNS server address, DHCP server address, lease uptime, lease expiry. DHCP enabled yes means you got an IP address from DHCP server. DHCP enabled yes means you got IP address from DHCP server. And it is also showing DHCP server IP address. DHCP server address means IP address is 192.168.1.1. In SOHOs means small office, home office. Okay. You don't have separate DHCP server. Your Wi-Fi router or your router acts like DHCP server. Default gateway DNS server. Okay, so but you have to verify that one. You have to verify. See, gateway is same, DHCP is same, DNS is same. Means your router is act like a default gateway, DNS server, and DHCP server. What is this default gateway? What is default gateway? What is a default gateway? Explanation is there, right? First of all, I will explain. Try to understand default gateway. That is also one beautiful question it is. Okay, guys, this is my room. A room. You guys are sitting in the room. For example, we are all in the classroom. You are sitting in your classroom. right? People are there. Okay. For example, this is the classroom, and we have some door mechanism. This is the door. Okay. Now, if this person want to communicate this person, okay, these two want to communicate each other, or these two want to communicate each other, or maybe this person want to communicate this person. Is it there required to go outside? Is there need to use the door? They don't require to go outside, right? They are in a same classroom.
Not required to go outside.
They are in the same room, so they don't need to go to outside. And for example, one of your friend came. Your friend came. Is waiting outside. He is outsider. He is not in that room. He is outside. And this person want to talk to them. What he will do it? He'll go out and talk. Right? Go out and talk. Like your friend is waiting outside of the room, then what you will do? You'll go out and talk. Or your someone is waiting outside. Someone is outside. You want to go out. Like you want to go out for a use a washroom. Washroom is not inside here. It is washroom is outside. Compulsory you have to open the door, go outside of the door. Okay. So this is a default gateway to go outside and to communicate something outside of our room. This is the default gateway. Okay. Yeah, this is for only understanding, but here it is. Yeah, we have a large network, larger small network. So whatsoever it is, this is my network. I have a computers. Normally in our home, we have a Wi-Fi network is also there. Okay, general understanding I am giving. For example, you have a Wi-Fi devices are there like a laptop or a mobile phone. There are also wireless access. This part is a public internet part. This is internet part, outside connection. This is intranet part. Means internal communication. Now you want to communicate from this PC to this PC. We don't require this router. We don't need to send like this. The packet will send to the switch like this and we reach here. Okay. Or you want to communicate from here to here. Go to Lease like this, right? We don't require this part. But for example, you want to communicate outside. For example, here it is. I have a google.com. I want to communicate google.com. So how packet will go? For example, from here, it go here, must go like this only. This is the entry point to go outside, like a door. This point in my local network, this is the going out point, right? So this is called a default gateway. Okay, so default gateway. So you have to cross this one. So the packet should travel through your ISP and finally some internet kind of stuff. Finally, we reach the google.com. Same google.com also replying back to you, and it is passes through it and it will reach to you. Okay, So when you are communicating outside, you will passes through this one only. Through router only, you are going to this one. So your router act like a default gateway. So that is a gateway. What is a default gateway? When we required communicate. Just for understanding, I'm writing, not a exact definition. It is when we require to communicate outside of local network, means LAN, your LAN, or you can say intranet. Okay, we have to go through default gateway. Already I have written your router. So I have written Wi-Fi because why Wi-Fi? Because we are all using Wi-Fi nowadays. That's why I put a Wi-Fi. Router act like a DHCP server and default gateway. Then what is this DNS server? It will be very lengthy if I told one by one. If you are understand, nothing is lengthy. If you don't understand, it is very boring. What is DNS server? For example, I open google.com in my web browser, right? Google Chrome. So I open google.com web browser. My system does not know IP address of google.com. Guys, each and every point is very important. Okay, so here I covered what is DHCP server. I may not give complete details of DHCP server, but I told what is DHCP server, what is the use of DHCP server. I told default gateway. I'm telling DNS server. I told just how to check the IP address. 1, 2, 3, 4 questions are completed. And I told about what is the use of why we need IP address. 5 questions. Okay. And very important questions also. So I open a www.google.com, like this, www.facebook.com, youtube.com, anything. I open a google.com. I got a page, but really, if you don't know IP address of google.com, I don't know the IP address of google.com. So what happened? The system send a request to DNS server for a IP address of www.google.com. I don't know the IP address of www.google.com. So system, our computer, sent to the server. Now, what is our DNS server? Of course, DNS server also now Wi-Fi router only. But point is, here it is. The DNS server returns. It means it will returns the IP address of google.com. So we can communicate to www.google.com. Communicate means you are sending request and all. So with IP address and And one important point, guys, always remember all communications with IP address only. Always remember, never forget, never doubt this point. Always remember all communications with a IP address only, not with the names, any names, not with the names, not with the MAC addresses or physical addresses. People will ask question, can you communicate with the MAC address? No. Can you communicate with the domain names? No. Can you communicate with the names? No. Okay. Only names part won't work here. We need an IP address of the name. Of course, there is a mobile contact example is also there. So it's like a DNS server is like a mobile phone contact list. Contacts list. What is contact list? You save the phone numbers of your friends, family members in the contact list, right? When you want to call, for example, I want to call to my mom's and I open mom and dial, and call goes to phone number only. Call goes to phone number only. Okay, that is the point here. I am not writing, there is enough of writing. Okay, so it is a mobile phone contact list.
Hello,
Yeah,
sir.
tell me.
Sir, DNS server is like a physical server which is somewhere.
Yeah, it is a very big story of DNS server is there.
Okay, okay. And so where is
DNS
it is
server
located?
is also not a single server.
Okay, okay.
It is like a, you have a google.com, right? And there is a dot also there. Okay, first root DNS servers are there. There is in world 13 root DNS servers are there. If you want, you can go through last class of mine, servers and services. You can try somewhere, it will be there. Okay, servers and services. Yeah, here it is. Servers and services DNS. Here I explained how DNS server entire kind of stuff. There is a 13 root DNS servers, dot DNS servers are there. Each DNS server having a top level domains, .com servers. There is a .com servers, .net servers, .org servers, like that's a hierarchy. .org server, .in server, .xyz server, .online, .store, .co.in, .tv, .tk, like there are a lot of top level domains servers are there. Those servers information available in the root. And our google.com, facebook.com, amazon.com, amazon.in, those information is available in their top level domain. So google.com server location in the .com server. Amazon.in, Amazon server information located in the Amazon server, that server main server information located in a .in server, means that IP addresses, server IP addresses. Again, so Google is also have maintaining a one google.com server. Okay, DNS server itself. It contains a IP address of www, DOCS. See, look at here. This is a studio.youtube. docs.google.com. This is www.google.com. You open a mail. I'm opening Gmail, mail.google.com. There are a different, this is a mail server, separate server. This is just a web page server, www.google.com. This is a DOCS, documents related services. Same thing, YouTube, www.youtube.com, studio.youtube.com. Of course, YouTube also in the part of Google part. Okay, now. Okay, so like that. This is a total big hierarchy is there. Okay, if I told in a first class entire hierarchy, tomorrow only already 50% game. Tomorrow out of that one only 50% game. Daily 50% will be lost. Okay, 2 days my class will be completed. But just try to understand this part. What is DNS server? We have to communicate with IP address. You don't know IP address of google.com or facebook.com, amazon.com or amazon.in or aws.amazon.com or maybe microsoft.com. Okay, microsoft.com or w3schools.com. So you don't know these servers, IP addresses. So what you will do? Automatically our system will send a request to our DNS server. DNS server search entire hierarchy and all. Finally it returns IP address of google.com, IP address of facebook.com, like that. Once you got IP address, you will communicate with the IP address. You will communicate with the IP address. So that is the mechanism with the DNS server.
Got it.
So that is okay. Just understand what it is. A DNS, default gateway, and a DHCP server. Actually, this is not a class. It is class only for what is an IP address and all. But that is a good thing. You are asking questions. I'm getting interested. I'm tilting. Okay, you got an IP address from DHCP server. That's a DHCP Enabled yes, and you are getting a proper IP address. Proper IP address, that is also different. Yes means not always correct. Okay, you are getting a IP address from DHCP server, and that too properly you are getting. You can see the proper IP address, subnet mask, default gateway, DHCP server means this is your DHCP server, and DNS server, and the lease obtained, lease duration is there. If in case you got an IP address from you didn't get an IP address, like you configured manually. Okay, so you didn't take an IP address. Okay, so you configured IP address manually. How it is look like, we'll see. This is my VMware network adapter, VMnet1. I'm removing this part. Okay, not required, it is empty, right? So this is the your virtual adapter kind of stuff. Okay, so it's a adapter name. This adapter's MAC address DHCP enabled now. DHCP enabled now. What is DHCP enabled now means? Okay, IP address assigned manually. It is a static IP address. IP address assigned manually. DHCP enabled yes means you got an IP address from DHCP server. It is a dynamic IP. Okay, assigned from you got IP address from DHCP server automatically. So automatic, it is manual, static, and dynamic. So this IP address is not from DHCP, means you assign self as manually assigned, means manually we are assigned the IP address. Okay, so whatever things I done, so IP address, subnet mask, default gateway, DNS server address. And where is DHCP server address? Not there. DHCP server is address is not showing. lease obtained, lease duration is also not showing because of it is manually assigned. Because of it is manually assigned. Here it is. You can see you got a DHCP server address, lease obtained, lease expiry, because it's a assigned by DHCP server. Yes. Yes. This is here. No. Means manual configuration. I will show you in how to manually and all. So, but that is depends upon your patience. So it will. Yeah. One more is there. That is VMnet 2. So we have seen IP address is assigned. IP address is assigned automatically, right? We have seen IP address is assigned automatically using DHCP server, and IP address is configured manually. How it is look like we have seen. Okay. Now we'll see the error. So again, description. This is a VMnet 2, another adapter, virtual adapter only, and this is my this adapter MAC address. DHCP enabled yes, and in this one you have seen differently. Where is the IP address? IP address is showing like this: auto configuration IP address, auto configuration IP address. Yeah, this is the IPv6 addresses. That's why I'm removing. So like this is the important part. So that's why I've written like this. Okay. Important is DHCP enabled yes, meaning is we should get an IP address from DHCP server, but it is showing an auto configuration IP address in a 169.254.105.87, and it is showing subnet mask, but no default gateway, no DHCP server address, no DNS server address. Okay, so can we put a question mark? DHCP server, where is it? What about your DNS server? Where is it? What is your lease obtain and expire? Yes. Where is it? Of course, DNS server also leased. Okay, you may not have a DNS server, but when you are using a DHCP enabled yes, means you should get an IP address from DHCP server. If you got IP address from DHCP server, it will show IP address, subnet mask, default gateway, DHCP server address, lease obtained, and lease expiry, right? In this one, it is not showing that information. In this one, it is not showing that information. I am removing this. So what is this meaning is automatic private IP address. Automatic private IP address. The range is 169.254.0.0 to 169. Don't worry, guys. It's a look like big one, but still very simple. If system failed to get IP address from DHCP server, system assigns an IP address itself from automatic private IP address range. Guys, always remember, when you check an IP address like this 169.254, anything, it can be anything afterwards, but first to are 169.254. Okay, you got a APIPA, automatic IP address, means it's an error. It's a error column. Okay, in this one no volume, in this one no volume, in this adapter, because it's my one of the virtual adapter, I wantedly keep it like that only. I can change the to manual because I don't have any separate DHCP servers for this internal one. I have it, but I don't use it. Okay, so that's a different scenario. DHCP enabled, yes, and you got this thing, means you got a APIPA address, automatic private IP address. So what is the meaning is, if your system failed to get IP address from DHCP server, system assign an IP address itself from the APIPA range. So when you see an IP address like this, it means you got APIPA address, meaning is you got an error. So how to do it? So check the DHCP server. Okay. So troubleshoot first DHCP server, then your part. Okay. This is not a troubleshooting class anyway. I want to make you know. So what is this? What is this? What is this? Three type of things. So if you got IP address from DHCP server, you will get like this. Okay. If you don't get an IP address from DHCP server, you get like this. You assign manually, it shows like this. Okay. So I want to show you that's the difference between an IP address. Three different adapters. Guys, understand up to here? What is IP address? How to see the IP address? How to check the IP address?
Yes, sir. Yes,
which is a
sir.
manual, which is automatic. Okay. Now last one, just how to see in a GUI mode. Go to control panel, network and sharing center. If in case, if it is showing like this, then go to network and internet and network and sharing center. Change adapter settings. Change adapter settings like this. See, it is, these are all my adapters, but physically only two adapters. This is the physical adapter which is not connected, wired one. This is the wireless. First I will show you my Wi-Fi adapter. So I double click on it, or you can do right click status, click on details. So can you see, here it is, my description, Qualcomm Atheros, my physical address, my DHCP enabled yes, and my IP address, subnet mask, lease obtained, lease expiry, default gateway, DHCP server address, and DNS server address. So proper IP address. Okay. So very simple. Either right click status, details, you see the IP address. I will show you the manual configuration also. So this is a VMnet one. Already we have seen there. Details. See it configured manually. DHCP enabled no. This is IP address, subnet mask, default gateway, DNS. Why DHCP server is not showing? Because it's configured manually. This is VMnet 2. it is DHCP server is not connected to this adapter. Okay, so what it will done, it try to get IP address from DHCP. DHCP is not available. Then it configures its own IP address in the auto configuration like this. On this one only we will try something. See, I am going to properties, IPv4. First I went to properties, then IPv4 here, then properties. So obtain IP address automatically. Obtain IP address automatically means you want to get an IP address from DHCP server. This is something they do. You want to get an IP address, you choose like this means you want to get IP address from DHCP server. You want to get IP address from DHCP server. You can see this alternate configuration also. Okay, so obtain IP address automatically means just give me 5-10 minutes. 5 minutes is enough. Is doing here only. Obtain IP address automatically means you want to get IP